What's up, my friends? Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We're here with Aroden, and we are in a camp here, and we need to touch base with a little bit more people, because the plan is today we are going to at least... Where is it at? Interesting... Is it interesting parties? No, it would be under like, Oh. I thought it would be under like Inner Circle or something, but I guess it's under premium content. We're going to try to go to Shale's Kadash Tig today. See if we can actually get there. But before we do any of that, we're going to go ahead and touch base with the rest of the companions here and see if we can actually get to that. So I think we left off with... Who we leave off with? Morgan? Or not Morgan. I got Morgan on the brain, friends. Let's just go to Ogren.
Come to talk to old Ogren, have you? Don't know why.
Because your smell is intoxicating, Ogren. Why else, friend? What's wrong with you, Ogren?
Nothing. I'm fine. Just, I got a hornet in my eye is all. Did you want to talk about something?
Did he say he has a hornet in his eye? Talking about like a bee thingy? Wasp? Or is that just another thing for something else? Let me know more about you there, Ogren.
What about?
Are you sure you're fine with what happened with Bronca?
Oh, sure. I'm fine with it. I mean, she was a real firebrand between the sheets, but a bit soft in the skull, you know what I mean? Explains why she left, anyway.
Why would she leave a prize bull like yourself, Ogren?
Woman was a few columns short of a haul, you know? I mean, she leaves me and flits about with that water-dart Hespeth. What's she got that I don't? Just the thought of the two of them together, kissing and licking and intertwined on the floor of the deeproads. I'm just gonna go back to the tent for a moment. Excuse me.
Hogan's gonna go rub one out, friends. Holy freaking moly. He said, what has Hespeth got that he doesn't? I'm guessing it's probably on the lines of two different things, Ogren. Though, to be honest with you, you probably got a bit of man boobs going on there anyway. Let's keep checking in with Ogren here.
Pull up a drink, Warden. Join me in my sodding hole.
Hell yeah, Ogren. Let's fill it with mud and fucking mud rustle. Something bothering you?
Nah, just tired is all. Did you want to talk about something?
Let me know a little bit more about you, Ogren.
What about?
How the hell do you like the surface so far? I can imagine it's probably a huge change.
It's sodding great. At first I was a little queasy with all that air, but there's just so much of it. No one has any idea who you are or what you're doing. And the ale. Oh, who'd have thought? Ale made with grain. Aye, the surface is great. It's like a big, bright world of filth without a ceiling. My kind of place. Hey, let's go find something to kill, huh? All this talk makes my hands twitchy.
Hell yeah, Ogren. I'm getting a little bit twitchy too, friend. I'm looking forward to going out there and actually killing stuff, friends. Even though we just came from the deep roast, but I crave more, I'm telling you.
What you need?
Let me ask a little bit more about you, Ogren.
What about?
You miss Orzammar?
What? Miss Orzammar? Are you mad, in addition to being ugly? They treated me like a puddle fly back there. I'm never going back.
Let me ask you something else.
Alright.
I guess we'll talk later then.
Aye, alright then.
This dialogue's so funny sometimes, friends. Let me ask you something else. Alright, well, see you later.
What you need?
Let me ask you more things, Ogren.
What about?
I'm trying to expend some of Ogren's dialogue. It's good to like expend most of his dialogue, if not almost all of it. He's so late into the damn party. With all things considered here. What's it like to be a warrior in Orzammar, Ogren?
You get a sword or an axe, and are told to go out and defend your city. It's the best thing in the world. That is until you try to live in the city you saved.
Honestly, it kind of seems, well, I would say it kind of seems easy place, but I can imagine it actually probably is not. This is very misleading because you have the Castless, which is a terrible place to want to live down in Dust Town. Not only that, Orzammar is a severe place, man. I think we just kind of got lucky with being a Grey Warden. We were able to just kind of walk around the city. Dwarves going against dwarves is a bit more different. So I don't really think it's a very easy place to live. So what do you mean?
I mean, they train you to kill, teach you to harness your rage at the first noise you hear, then try to set 100 sodding rules about it. Like those provings. Ancestors show their favor through the strongest arm, right? So why so many rules saying how to fight and when you win and not to bloody kill? Killing's what swords are for.
Killing is indeed what swords are for, Ogren. What else would you use them for, friend? I see what you mean there.
You toss a nug to a deep stalker, you don't expect it not to eat the thing, right? This makes me cranky. Don't you have any other inane questions?
Let me ask you something else.
Alright. Alright then.
I want to ask them to teach me to fight like he does.
You have a lot of nerve coming here.
Hell yeah, Ogren. Friggin' drunk again. This is my camp, Ogren.
Oh, no you don't. You can't come swishing in here and take over the Warden's camp just like that. I'll fight you with my sodding weapon, you moss-biting poetess.
What the hell's a poetess? I don't even know. I'm guessing he thinks that we're Hespith, so... Poetess, Ogren?
You came and stole my own princess with your poetry.
Ah, so I guess you think that I'm Hespith.
Your disguise can't fool me, woman. That's right. You keep looking at me like that, I'll just go get my pants from that sodding dog.
Alright, let's actually see if we can ask him the question now.
What you need?
He's all out of nowhere, he's just like drunk as shit, and then he's all of a sudden he's just like, what you need? All completely sober. Let me ask you a question. If you can teach me how to fight like you do, Ogren.
You want to be a berserker? Thought I'd never see the day. I'll teach you. Just be ready. To be a berserker, you have to face your own inner rage. Let the spirit of battle take over. And all that dust. There's a whole pile of philosophical rot that goes behind it. But the bedrock is this. Get real mad and kill things.
Please, Ogren, teach me then. You know, I actually want to say this, but I kind of want to know more about the berserkers then. Tell me more about berserkers, Ogren.
What the sod is there to know? You get mad, you fly into battle, and things die. It's pretty simple. The hard part is getting in touch with your rage. We all learn to hold that back. It's why we don't kill every duster who looks at us sideways. You need to shut that off. For some people, being in battle is enough. But others have to think about something. Violence, monsters, nobles, your wife, whatever.
You actually think about Branka? I mean, Branka was a severe woman. I could only imagine, but I don't know if that would drive me into a rage. I mean, he claims he loves the woman. I don't know. I don't see the whole thing there, but nonetheless, why don't we ask your wife, Ogren?
Aye, especially my wife.
So just thinking about this works? It makes you pretty much fly in a rage here?
For most berserkers it does. Several years ago, I worked with a berserker on one expedition who just couldn't work himself up. We had to kick him in the stones before he could get going.
Kicked him right in the stones, huh? So why would you want to fight that way?
Why not? When you fight, you get mad. By the stone, it's a sodding tactic to enrage your enemy so he makes a mistake, right? Berserkers grab that anger and drink it like it's yesterday's ale. Then we turn it against our foes and watch the limbs fly.
And just getting thinking angry thoughts makes it happen?
Well, for most berserkers it does. Several years ago, I worked with a berserker on one expedition who just couldn't work himself up. We had to kick him in the stones before he could get going.
Alright, Ogren. How about you go ahead and teach me how to be a berserker then?
I can teach you what gets my hackles in a twist, but no one can tell you what'll set off that killing rage in you. Finding that is the key to berserking. Once you got that, I tell you, the ladies love it when you're all mysteriously angry for no reason. Trust me. You're a quick study, Warden. You must have been seriously steamed up about something for a long time.
Alright, Ogren, thank you for the lesson, pal. Take it easy.
Aye, alright then.
Let's just go ahead and say it. We are definitely not getting the Shell's mission today because we have Liliana and Wynn still. And I want to go expend some of Boh-Diggity-Ohdan's actually. So let's go ahead. Go to Ogren here. Let's give him a sweet, thoughtful gift. Ogren, here you go, pal.
It'll do, sure.
Damn right, buddy. He'll probably have more stuff going on, but we will talk to him later. Talk to Liliana.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
Liliana, I have 50 million questions to ask you, and you're going to tell me all these damn stories now.
Of course.
Holy moly. She's got so much shit to say, friends. So, yeah, she has a bunch of stories down here. She has all of this. So let's just dig. We probably won't listen to the stories right now. I guess that's a tale for another time, perhaps. Are you feeling better about what happened with Marjolaine?
Yes, a little better. Time heals all wounds, so they say. Scars remain, but they are just colors in the painting that is my life, no?
I think I see what you mean, Liliana.
I wish things had happened differently, but knowing her and knowing me, I don't think it could have. We had good times, though, and I look back on those fondly. Whatever happened after will never change the truth of the past.
You know you can talk to me if you need to.
It's not so bad. Look, now I have new friends, a new family. In spite of it all, life is good.
Damn right, Liliana. Let me ask you something else, though.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you? Of course.
So, when all this is over, what will you do then?
I have not given this a lot of thought. What will I do? We've traveled far and wide. Does it need to end?
Yes, it really doesn't need to end. When you're on an adventure of what the hell kind of adventure we're on, I can imagine once all this is done, you would definitely get, let's just call it homesick to want to do it again, I guess. I like to see the world too. We were a wandering Dalish at one point, friends. We still are, technically.
There's so much out there. Adventures to be had and stories to be told. I want to be part of it all. I might need some company. And you're not too irritating. You're welcome to come along if you like.
Why don't we just try to stay alive for now? I don't want to go with her, perhaps. Maybe as a friend. I don't know if it messes up relationship with Morrigan. Probably don't. Like, I would like to say, sure, we can travel together. when you put it that way, then how can I say no?
It is settled then. You and I wandering the world, seeking our fortunes. I can't wait.
Alright then. Let me ask you something else.
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you? Of course.
So, I've heard rumors about Orlesian spies.
There are many rumors about spies, Orlesian or otherwise. What are you referring to exactly?
They say you will do almost anything to achieve your goals.
I admit I have done many despicable things in my lifetime. I do what I have to do. So do you. So does everybody. Sometimes we must do terrible things to get what we want. If it is any consolation, I always try to use non-violent means to achieve my ends.
I guess that's good to hear.
Some bards rely on torture to get what they want. It works effectively, as many will bend under the threat of bodily harm. But there are better ways, more subtle and kind. You will be surprised how easily a person will open up to you, even if all you offer is a listening ear. People respond eagerly to others who they believe understand them. They seek approval, friendship, sometimes love. This can be exploited.
Good to know, Liliana. Thank you for telling me about this Orlesian spy game thingy. The hell they got going on. It's all very interesting, the whole Orlesian game thing. I don't really know if I fully enjoy Orlais. I don't know yet. I still, as much as I've like played Dragon Age over the years, Orlesian type things were just never my favorite, I guess. I don't know, they were always among my least favorite, so. But the whole bard scene is quite interesting. And the whole stuff that we get later on in games is very interesting, to say the least. I don't know, I guess what I can say is that I don't want to write off them completely. I kind of just want more, I guess, if that makes sense. Just want to learn more. Well, anyways, that's good to know, Liliana.
It is a game, one that can be won with little bloodshed if one plays well.
These all seem very bad. You thought it was a game?
Isn't it? Everyone can be seduced by the right woman. The trick is predicting who she is and becoming her. Master the game and no one can resist you.
I seem to be resisting you. Actually, we quite are, Liliana. So how does this help us kill the Darkspawn? Maybe you could sing to him, serenade him, perhaps?
Well, it doesn't really. I see your point. We will slay this Darkspawn using conventional means, pointy sticks and all that. But come, it is getting late and there is much to be done.
Oh yeah, Liliana, you can just talk for hours. What's up, Ogren? You drunk yet?
There you are. Wanted to talk to you.
Go ahead, Ogren.
Aye, here we go. You and I, you know how sometimes you spend time with people and things.
Spit it out, dwarf. Take your time, Ogren. What is it, friend?
I was thinking, I do know some people out here on the surface. A person, actually. A girl I knew in Orzammar. Before I left, obviously.
Is it a girl you knew? Or a girl you knew? You know what I mean, Ogren.
What? Oh, you mean were we rutting? Oh, aye. After Bronca left for the deeproads. Name's Felsi. She was a fiery one. I'm sure she's forgiven me by now. Thought maybe I'd track her down, see how she's been living.
So what do you mean you were friends?
Oh, we coiled the old rope, if you know what I mean. Oiled the mine shaft. Rubbed the foreman's elbow.
You're just making all that stuff up, Ogren, aren't you?
Am I? I've forgotten. Anyway, she left for the surface a year back, and I haven't seen her since.
Why'd she leave for the surface?
What? Why are you asking me? I didn't do anything. I tried to look her up the last time we were at Lake Calenhad. She wasn't at work at the inn. At home with her sick mother, they said. I figured it was just the ancestors telling me something. But I keep thinking about her.
We can go back, Ogren. We have not literally left this camp since you've been here. But we can go back, sure.
Well, and a good friend you are, Warden. I'll think about you if we ever... no, actually, that would be gross. No, what was it you wanted to say?
Think about me all you want, Ogren. Many people in camp do. I bet you even Sten does. Let me ask you something else.
What about?
On second thought, take it easy, Ogren.
Alright. Alright then.
Do you have any Ogren's? So Ogren's old flame, we'll probably do that with Shale's mission type of stuff too. Though I wonder if we should go to Denerim first and get Brother Genitivi's thing going on here. Let's talk to Ogren again.
I got a moment, sure. Alright then.
Trying to get all his drunkenness stuff, friends. Alright, let's talk to Zev here. Go back to Ogren, hit him with the good stuff once again. Telling you, this is invigorating stuff, friends. Oh, we got Liliana's Nug. Here, have a thoughtful gift, Ogren.
Ooh, sure.
Where's Liliana at now? There you go, a cute nug on deck. You better, I guess, hide it before Ogren eats the damn thing.
Oh, it's one of those subterranean bunny pigs. Oh, look at him. Come here, you.
Careful, he nips, Liliana.
He's probably just hungry. Oh, he's snuffling me. Snuffle, snuffle. Thank you so much. You've made my day.
She can feed him a cheese wheel, perhaps. Anyways, what's going on, Zev?
What say you?
Something about Zevron off camera last episode, or between this episode and the last one. I went to Orzammar and bought him the shadowy, the hell it's called, the Shadow Assassin outfit. It's a pretty good outfit. It's got a nice little codex right up for it, so we will go ahead and read that at some point. Anyway, Zev, let me ask you some questions.
By all means.
So tell me more about your adventures, friend.
Again? Well now, what might interest you, I wonder? Shall I describe the stages involved with Lanthrax poisoning? I watched a man go through all 7 once.
That sounds like fun. Sure, let me know.
Haha, you have rather macabre tastes, I see. I like that. Let's see, how about the largest battle I ever took part in? That would have been the slaughter of Prince Osrine. Did you hear of that down in these parts?
You killed a prince?
Me? Not personally, but I did take part in the attack. Prince Osrine was 4th in line to the throne, you see. He started off as 11th, but worked his way up the old-fashioned method by inheriting control of an entire Crocel from his grandfather. After assassinating his way through the royal family, the king hired 3 other cells to take down Prince Osrine once and for all. I was in one of those cells.
Is this thing sort of, you know, common in Antiva?
Antivan royalty is very much bound up in the crows. You wouldn't want it run by a bunch of commoners, after all, would you? And this means they get involved in politics quite often. This particular fight nearly bankrupted the nation, I understand. It almost ended up putting a crow on the throne, a commoner. But that's a whole different story. I played a very small part.
What did you do there, Zev?
My part in the entire battle was taken up trying to reach Princess Verina, who had thrown in with her brother. I killed about 11 of her guards personally before I got knocked out of a window. I landed in a river and nearly drowned. I was fished out by some urchins who robbed me blind. Made off with my boots, too. At least they didn't cut my throat. And that was my part in history.
So you got robbed by urchins? Zevron running through the streets butt naked and stuff?
I had to find my way back to the safe house, bruised and naked, and thankful to be alive. But there you go. Tale told. let's be off before I tell more embarrassing stories, huh?
Alright, Zev. Let me see if he's got something else.
What say you? By all means.
Let me ask you more about your adventures, friend.
Well, the only one that's really worth telling is the story of the mission right before I came to Ferelden. But no, I would rather not. I shouldn't have said anything.
Honestly, if he doesn't want to say it, then I'm not going to press him. I guess I understand, because if I was kind of holding something that was pretty severe, that brought up a lot of bad memories, I don't know if I would want to share it right away either. Maybe build up to it, perhaps. So, honestly, Zev, I understand, friend.
Thank you. Perhaps another day, huh?
Alright, well, I got something for you. It's shiny. Well, where are you at? I told you we weren't getting the shell stuff today, friends. I knew it. Wishful thinking. There you go.
Nice.
How's everyone's approval looking? Win, I got something for you. Just for you. Morgan's maxed out. Liliana's almost maxed out. Alistair's looking pretty good. Here's a sugar cake, Alistair. Algren, have some sugar cakes.
Sure.
Get them out of my damn inventory. Shale, sugar cake.
I'm to keep.
Sevron, have another sugar
Nice.
cake, pal. And then Sten, sugar cake,
You have
buddy.
my thanks.
So Algren's maxed out. Hell with it. Don't even need to do anything with Algren, just feed him freaking sugar cakes. Alright, let's talk to Win here.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Hell yeah, what are you talking about? Me and Zev, or me and Algren? Me and the little dirt hole over there that Algren was talking about? So you know about me and Morgan, huh, Win?
Well, she's hardly discreet. The way she looks at you, it's as though she's completely forgotten there's anything of you above the waist.
What do you mean by that? Are you saying that she just stares at my manliness all day? Win? She don't even acknowledge my eyes? She just has the her eyesight down south? Is that what you're saying here, Win? I mean, I guess that's part of her charm.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. She is a cunning woman, a Maleficar. She will use you for her own ends.
How do you know, Win? You can't just say that. You don't really know her, Win. It's not really right to judge somebody like that.
I am telling you what I see and what my instincts tell me. And even if the feelings you share are genuine, this affair may not be the best thing for either of you. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
I understand that, Win, yes? But there's never something wrong with a little bit of fun here. I can definitely handle my responsibilities and my relationships, Win.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
You're making it sound a bit more dire than it actually is, Win, because regardless if we have Morrigan on our side, sometimes if you have somebody next to you, you fight harder. You know? We would fight harder. Aroden would fight harder to want to protect what he loves. Not that he doesn't... Well, I'm not going to say he loves his friends, not like that. He loves them in a different way than he loves Morrigan. But that would make him ultimately want to keep fighting harder and keep fighting in general to achieve his goal. So I don't really understand Win's whole concern here, but I guess I could understand because sometimes they do say love clouds your judgment and such, but I do think you are making things sound to be more dire than they are, Win.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
I will consider what you said, Win, but that's probably the best I can give you right now.
I am just trying to minimize the suffering that may come to either of you. I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Alright, Wynn, go over there and stand in that freaking mud hole with Algren, pal.
What's on your mind?
Holy shit. Have you changed your mind about me and Morgan? Hey, Wynn, have you changed your mind about me and Morgan? You just told me about it maybe 10 seconds ago. What's new?
I have watched you for a time, and perhaps I was wrong. There seems to be something special between the two of you. It doesn't happen often, but I see her smile to herself sometimes when she watches you.
I told you, Wynn. Are you trying to apologize for what you said now?
I think I was too harsh in my judgment before, and I am sorry.
Good on you, Wynn. I accept your apology.
What you have may not last forever. Death and duty may part you, but love's worthiness is not diminished because of that. I should have seen this before. Instead, you learn to cherish every precious moment that you spend together, knowing that it may be the last. And for those of us watching, well, it brings warmth to these old bones to know that something so beautiful can be found in the midst of chaos and strife.
Anything else, Wynn?
What's on your mind?
Let's see, you have any regrets at all?
I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life, made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else.
Tell me. It might make you feel better, actually.
Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice. Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
So, humans like you?
I was his mentor, an authority figure. He can't have liked me very much. What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home, time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential just to be difficult.
You darn Shemlin. No wonder we don't like your kind, Wynn. I'm just playing, but honestly, it does seem a bit unlike Wynn to be doing that. She must have been very different. I guess she got more wise over the years, friends. That's the best thing I can say here. But just seems very unlike you, Wynn.
Oh, age and wisdom have mellowed me. I was quite different back then. Much more unforgiving. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
What happened to this Anarin then?
Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
What the hell's a phylactery?
The phylactery is a vial of blood taken from a mage. But blood is connected to life, and your blood can be used to track you down. They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
Well, it was kind of cruel of the Templars to not tell you, I guess.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed in Aaron. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
Was he Dalish? I wonder. And it's going to be interesting to deal with this quest, actually. But let's dig into a little bit more. So maybe he did find the Dalish one.
The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Anarin benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student.
See? There's a bright side in it all then, Wynne.
And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
Cool, well, that is Wynne's personal quest, and we are going to indeed do that one, and I'm actually very interested to see where that leads since we are Dalish elf. I don't think I've ever, like I said, I've really never played as an elf in this game at all, so it's going to be cool and very interesting to see what happens, see if it has different types of dialogue, perhaps. So, let's try to talk to Wynne again.
What's on your mind?
See if there's anything else. You know, I was just thinking about being a Grey Warden, Wynne.
Is something troubling you?
Hell yeah, the Archdemon's still up, ravaging the damn land. Everyone expects a lot from me, Wynne. It's kind of rough sometimes.
No one said it would be easy. You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
I don't give up so easily, Wynne.
And that gives me hope.
Wynne is done for now. We need to go over to... I really need to expend some of Bohdon's. We don't have to with side stuff, but I enjoy Bohdon, man. He just gets me excited. Look at him over there. Just look at him with his majestic ass beard and his hair. He is just waiting to be clicked on and tell all his juicy gossip. He's been pissed this playthrough, friends. I have not even conversed with Bohdon besides, Bohdon, sell me your gear, pal, and that's about it. Literally. Bohdon, tell me the juicy gossip.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
I don't want that hat, Bohdon, or a pair of earrings. I want that beard. Fashion it into a friggin' sweater for me, pal. You heard any juicy gossip, Bohdon?
There's been a battle out at Winter's Breath. Several of the Benorn banded together and fought against Logain's men. Maybe 1,000 on the field, all told. Tyrn Logain won the day, it said, but there were heavy losses on both sides. It's a fight for the throne, just like in the old times. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
You know, Bohdon might not have a huge beard, friends, but I'm telling you, that thing is just majestic. Look at it. It just screams, touch me. Bohdon's epic beard. Anyways, Bohdon, tell me some more, man!
The dwarves have themselves a new king, I understand. One chosen by a Grey Warden, too, if you can believe it. A lot of people are hoping this means they will help us fight the Darkspawn now. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Bohdon, tell me more, friend.
I heard a story today. Bangrain put her own fields to the torch, rather than let Logain's men feed off them. 3 of them died in the flames. Some of the soldiers got angry and chased the woman down in her own manner, putting a sword through her. Without permission, is the excuse we're told. Logain killed Grain's husband at Winter's Breath. She had a right to do with her crop as she pleased. This is still Ferelden, isn't it? A freeholder answers to no one. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Inconceivable, Logain. We will make that freaking Logain pay. Or, did I just call him Logain? Inconceivable, Bohdon. We will make him pay, friend. Don't you worry. Heard any more juicy gossip, Bohdon?
Queen Anora issued a plea to the Benorn to stand down lest there be a repeat of the Winter's Breath elsewhere. I don't think they're listening, though. Many of them think Anora isn't even the one really speaking. They say the Queen does what her father tells her. Can't say I blame them. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Anything else, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan?
Stories are circulating about a Grey Warden forming a new army. Not Loghain, not the Ban-Orn, but something else. Oral Howe says this new army would just add to the chaos, but nobody's listening to him anymore. You wouldn't know anything about that, I assume. Huh? I thought not. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
All right, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, whatever the hell your name is, hit me with some more rumors, pal.
There's news out of the Mage Tower that the Circle of Magi had a close call. Demons got out, but the mages were able to overcome them. Though, not without a lot of damage. I know mages bring such terror upon themselves, but I have to admit I'm glad we'll still have magic to wield against the Darkspawn. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, tell me more. Don't keep me waiting, friend.
I hear from folks traveling the East Roads that there's werewolves in the Brazilian forest. Actual werewolves. They haven't been around since the days of Dane and his ilk. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Anything else, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan?
Some hunters who range into the Brazilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The Blight, most likely, poor sods. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Here we go again with the Blightness and the Dalish Elves, friends. That's also going to be a very interesting one, too. I can't wait to get Aroden back to Elves and see... kind of just see the interactions with him and them, which I'm looking very much forward to that. Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, what else can you tell me, pal?
There's a nasty rumor going around that the Grey Wardens are evil and that they worship the Archdemon. They're the ones that caused the Blight. They were getting upset, see? That there was no use for them anymore, so they summoned up the Archdemon to do their bidding. It would explain a great many things. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
By the creators, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan. Talk like that ought to just... That's nonsense, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan. You keep talking like that, that beard's gonna walk right off your damn face and go into Sandal's face. Heard any other rumors, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan? What's going on, friend?
I heard a strange rumor the other day. King Cailan was not really Merric's son, you see. Merric's real son is hidden in the bowels of Denarum's palace and has been since he was born. I suppose they feed him cakes all day to keep him content. Maybe he's simple. Or a mage. Merric's real son, a mage. Can you imagine? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Is that so weird, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan? All my companions are freaking fed sweet cakes all day long. Keeps them content. If you were a companion too, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, I would be stuffing your face full of friggin' sweet cakes, big boy. Any other rumors?
People are disappearing all over the country. Folks on the road say they are seeing wagons abandoned, belongings left in the middle of the road with no one to be seen anywhere. Remote farmholds are left empty. Horses left without riders. And no corpses to be found. The Darkspawn are taking them. There's no other explanation. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, any other rumors? You better tell me before my beard starts growing in.
I'm hearing many tales of corpses clawing out of their graves. All over. Not just people either. Animals too. Just yesterday, a farmer told me about the kitten his daughter had buried behind his barn. Little thing came back to life and crawled up, mewling as loud as you please. His daughter was delighted, at least until it just about chewed her finger off. Strange days, I tell you. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Alright, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, one more for the road, friend, because I am literally just packed full of freaking information from Boh-Diggity-Ohdan here, friends. We literally creeping up on, like, a freaking hour-long video of just dialogue with our companions and Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, friends. We really need to get going. One more, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, come on.
Alessa Isolde, the young Orlesian woman that married Arl-Eamon, I hear tell she tried to poison her husband so she could marry his brother, Bantegan. Maker's honest truth. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Alright, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan, I'll take it for what it is, pal. Thank you. Take it easy, friend.
Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
You freaking talked my ear off, Boh-Diggity-Ohdan. Alright, friends. Obviously, next episode, we are definitely going to get to, some of these companion missions. Though, before we do that, let's go ahead and jump right into the journal here. We got Ogren's Old Flame. Look up Bowskii near Lake Calenhad. Ogren has told you about an old friend called Bowskii who left the surface about a year ago. Ogren and Bowskii did not part on good terms. Now that he's on the surface, he wants to look her up to see if she has forgiven him. She lives near Lake Calenhad. And then Wynn's regret helped Wynn find closure. Wynn spoke to you about the first pupil she took under her wing, a elf named Aroden. She was quite harsh on him and drove him away from the circle. Aroden spoke often of the Dalish elves and dreamed of finding them. However, Wynn believes that he never managed to find them and that he was hunted down and killed by Templars. So we will find them to companions, contacts whenever we get a chance to get out and about. So let's look at the codex here. Let's jump into, since we have items, let's see. We did read Litany. I don't think we ever read Havard's Aegis. I don't know. I'm trying to go back in the old videos to see what I actually read and what I didn't read. So in the meanwhile, we can read these two. Here it is. This is what I got, Zev. Shadow of the Empire. Anyways, let's read Bard's Dancing Shoes. The rules of the grand game is clear. Anything goes. If a noble cannot obtain the heights of prestige in the court by purchase, alliance, or deed, he can always obtain it by removing his rivals. In this, bards have always been invaluable, or legions cannot do without magic and dancing, even when they know that half musicians in their ballroom are spies in the employ of their enemies. They welcome the scoundrels with open arms. In fact, that makes music and musicians so much more popular, for it makes the game more exciting. And then we have Shadow of the Empire here. The Crows of Antiva may be the most famous and most expensive of Thedas' assassins, but they are not the most active. The dubious honor belongs to the Shadows of the Empire. The Shadows of the Emperor. Personal cadre of killers employed by the throne of Vorlay. Almost exclusively, the Shadows work against other noble families in Valrio. No one knows who they are, not even the sitting emperor, and some in the court dismiss them as only a myth. The assassins have slipped into aristocratic life, working as palace servants, ladies-in-waiting, and on one notorious occasion, a chamberlain himself. The armor was made for use by the Shadows whenever their grand game should wander out of hand. So, I know we have stuff great out here, right? But I do want to try to see what I at least did read, because I want to get all this on here. I want to polish up on our lore. I want to be ready for Inquisition. You know, I did say a while back, I wanted to try to get to it quicker and then simplify the playthrough and such, but that is just not my style. You know how I am, friends. I want to learn everything, and I just honestly just never read all the codexes in the game and most things. I want to just polish up and I want to be ready. I want to give this game all and be ready for Inquisition, and then be ready for the fourth one. When that fourth one comes, we're putting that damn shit on the channel immediately. So, because some of the stuff may be grayed out, but I have a tendency of just clicking down here when you see the codex thing, and clicking in and then exiting out of it, you know, so that's kind of just, I need to figure out what the hell we read so we can get it all on here, damn it, and I want it all into my damn brain, even though I'll probably forget tomorrow. Anyways, friends, I'm out of here. A long episode of just bullshitting around, but at least we touched base with all our companions, and now we are probably good. I mean, we will have multiple more choices to talk to them, obviously, because we still have a few more missions, and coming back from them missions will be a good ample opportunity to go ahead and touch a little bit more base. But now at least the groundwork is laid and we can kind of just move forward. One more thing before we head out though, off camera I did go around and respec all my companions warrior wise, and I want to tell you that I gave them all the champion, or yeah, I gave them all the champion spec, because if you are not aware how rally works, rally indeed does stack. So whenever we put another warrior into the party with us, we're going to have them using rally. So per se, like Alistair's champion Templar, he's champion Berserker, and Sten is just a champion. So that will definitely help us a lot, because I want to make our attack and stuff a bit more higher, because we did go to Sword and Shield. Anyways, my friends, I'm done rambling. Take it easy out there. Until next time, see you then. Have a good one.